This video is sponsored by Think Him. Think Him always. Welcome back to another episode of Sports from the Diesel. As the road ends here with the Kansas Jayhawks completing the greatest comeback in national title game history, overcoming a 16-point deficit to win 72-69 over the Tar Heels. Arguably the greatest 20 minutes of basketball in NCAA tournament history. Kansas Jayhawks, other than that stifling defense in the second half. But in the first half, they looked dead in the water. They weren't crisp on defense. They were out-rebounded, out-hustled by North Carolina, as North Carolina had a 40-25 lead at halftime, which is something we already all know already. North Carolina out-rebounds Kansas here 55-35, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you can forget that stat. You can forget how much they out-rebounded Kansas by, because when it mattered most, Kansas's defense showed up. And that stat that I gave you guys with Kansas holding their opponents to under 40% inside the yard, that stat showed up again and reared its ugly head as they hold North Carolina to 36%, 18 of 50 inside the three-point line. I mean, overall, North Carolina did not shoot the ball well, 31% from the field, 21% from the three-point line, 5 of 23. And, I mean, when you look at that first half, Armando Bacot was the reason why they had that big lead. He had a double-double at halftime, 10 points, 10 rebounds. And I'm thinking to myself, he's going to go off for another 2020 game like he did earlier in the tournament, and they're going to blow out Kansas. It was this close to being a blowout, and then the defense showed up in the second half. They rattle off 9 points in less than a minute, and which eventually leads to a 30-10 run for the Kansas Jayhawks to take a 5-point lead. Ultimately, Kansas outscored North Carolina 47-29 here in the second half, led by McCormick, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Baji had 12 points. Baji did not shoot well from the free throw line, but that stat didn't even matter. You know, his 3 for 8 from the free throw line clearly did not matter in this game. And then you had Martin, who came off the bench, 14 big points. I don't know if we're going to see a greater defensive display in 20 minutes of basketball like we just saw in last night's national title game. But, man, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of last night's game. I mean, I was floored to see Kansas go off like that in the second half. But then, yet again, this team has been resilient all year. You know, in 2020, they were a team that was favored to win the national title game in 2020, and then COVID just hit them so hard. They just could not recover from COVID. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate all you guys who've just recently liked my Facebook page and subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope to see all your faces in the next one. Deuces.